I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're taking a deep dive into a powerful book. It is called Payback, The Cruelest Form of Revenge. It is written by a remarkable author by the name of Larry Goldsmith. This best-selling novel intertwines treachery, deceit, and romance, following the journey of a young, morally strong-willed woman, Hanna, who faces life-altering challenges and emerges as a triumphant heroine. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support writers like him by subscribing to our channel. Larry, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. My pleasure. Wonderful being here with you today.
Great to have you. This is quite a powerful book. Revenge really is the cruelest form of punishment. It is payback. Why don't we give the folks at home the big picture, what the book is about?
Okay, it's a psychological thriller. Here, this young woman is living the life of a princess and then gets kidnapped and becomes Cinderella. She's forced to hard labor thousands of miles away, forced to sleep in a dungeon at night. And when she asks, "Why are you doing this to me?" Mama, the woman who's the matriarch of the family, says, "Because of what your father did, the sins of your father."
Yeah, which parallels the biblical story of Joseph, correct?
A lot of it, yes.
Yeah. And what made you decide to make Hanna a woman? And how do the challenges she face show her character and strength throughout the story?
She has incredible integrity and moral strength. And that really guides her and saves her through this process. And Mama, who is you think is a real bad witch, ends up she's more like a cactus with the spines on the outside, and she's soft and sweet on the inside. And here she lost her husband. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
And she's blaming Hanna for her husband's loss. And then she her inner strength and her moral character comes out, and she's able to forgive.
Yeah. Yeah. And the book is set in Chicago and the Chicago area. It involves medical malpractice and its aftermath. Again, without giving too much away, I guess you live in the Chicago area, which is what inspired you to set the story there, right? To make it feel real.
You have to make everything real to the reader.
Mhm.
If the reader reads something and it doesn't parallel what they know is true, they're going to just disown the book. They're not going to want to finish and read it. And
Exactly.
I want everything to feel real. The emotions, I want them to feel real. I want the reader to be in the story and ask questions afterwards.
Exactly. It's got to feel organic. It's got to feel like this isn't just a story. This is a reality. And it certainly has that feel. It does seem like a true story. You could have written a true crime novel, really. That's what this feels like, which is great. Have you ever thought about this as a movie or a TV series, perhaps?
I would think it would be awesome, but
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Well, you did step one, get the work out there, publish the book. You never know. It'll wind up in, Christopher Nolan's hand, and you'll be like, wow, this would be a great movie. So,
Exactly.
Christopher Nolan, anyone else in Hollywood, Hulu, Disney, Netflix, Prime, take a listen. Larry Goldsmith has a heck of a story here. How long did it take you to write this story, Larry? Did it come to you suddenly, or did it come to you a little bit like imagine if somebody died with medical malpractice and sought revenge? Tell me a little bit about the machinations behind it.
Typically, when I write a novel, and I've written a couple others, I go through, and it could take me a couple years to write it, rewrite it a couple times. This one came to me at night in a
Mm.
dream, and I just started writing. yeah, I think I finished the whole novel in 3 months, which is like for me record time,
Mhm.
and then rewrote it a couple times, but it was like a dream, and it sort of wrote itself. I'd lay down at night, and all of a sudden I'd go, "Oh, I got another idea about this." Dear, sorry, I'm just gonna sneak in the computer room for a couple minutes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You sound like James Patterson. James Patterson says his books are so compelling, the pages turn themselves. Your book is so inspired, it wrote itself. So they're both on automatic. Those are both good things. I think the pages turn themselves in your book as well. Now, you've written other novels, as you mentioned, including Bashard and Mark Marcy. How does Payback represent an evolution in your writing or style or themes?
Uh,
Do you see many changes? Do you see it as a progression, or do you see it as a turn here and there?
that's a difficult question, but Sherrod is a historical novel, and it's set in the late '60s, and I did a ton of research for it.
Mhm.
This one is today. This could be
Yeah,
tomorrow.
right.
This situation, uh, and
So that's markedly
that was
different.
a
Yeah,
and that was a completely that was a courtroom drama in Bashir.
right. Yeah. Well, it's great you've got a diverse writing style that, you seem no similarities between the books because a lot of authors, I feel, write the same book over and over and over again with a little tweaking here and a little tweaking there. But your book is 180 degrees different. So that is wonderful as well. Who was your first reader when you were done writing Payback? Who did you say, hey, take a look at this? What do you think? Did you show it to your wife? Did you show it to a best friend?
My wife is the best. She is a wonderful editor. She is a terrible critic because she will tell me exactly how she feels.
Well, that's good.
And
She's an honest critic then, right?
more times than not, she's right. She'll say to me, Larry, you said this or you went on this line. This doesn't seem real. A
Mm.
woman who experienced this would be feeling this, or that. And I take to heart whatever she tells me
Yeah.
because she's that knowledgeable. She's that good.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, you're blessed to have a partner like that. That's for sure, on every
Definitely.
level, without a doubt. Throughout the novel, the characters undergo significant transformations. Can you talk a little bit about the role of forgiveness in their development and part of the message in this book?
There's a lot of forgiveness in this book. And I think the most important thing for people to do in life is to forgive and love.
Mm,
And if you could love somebody, you could forgive people, you could live a good life. If you cannot forgive people, you feel like you have to seek revenge on them. You can never live your life without a cloud hanging over your head. So to me, forgiveness is the greatest gift that you could give to yourself
yeah.
and to another person.
Yeah. And some might even say forgiveness is an extension of love because
Exactly.
you love someone so much, or you have enough love in you that you can forgive even though you've been wronged. Okay, let's get back to the movie Payback. Who would star as Hanna?
Oh God, I don't know.
Jennifer Lawrence, maybe?
She's
Uh,
good. Jennifer Lawrence is good.
yeah,
She could definitely handle it.
yeah.
I
She's
think
got
that
a lot of personality. She's got a lot of strength. I think she might be a good fit. So, Jennifer Lawrence, if you're listening, we got a role for you. You'd love it. It's quite a role. It's a powerful role. Are you working on anything else right now, Larry?
I am. It's called Hezbollah,
Hmm, that's timely.
and it's also historical fiction novel.
Mhm.
I would love if I could get a literary agent
Yeah, literary agents, if you're listening.
because it talks about, believe it or not, Hezbollah is in the United States.
I believe
They
it.
they they earn about $1 billion a year in drug trafficking in our country.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So this
And
sounds like it's got the makings of a great historical novel there, Larry.
yes,
Yeah, absolutely. When do you think you'll be complete with that manuscript?
I'm almost done.
Okay, great. Well, we'd love to talk to you about that when you are done. The name of this book, it's a fantastic book. It is called Payback, The Cruelest Form of Revenge. It's an amazing adventure. Somebody seeking revenge against somebody else for somebody who's done somebody wrong, like a lot of stories, but this one is completely different, completely unique, and will keep you guessing, keep you riveted right up until the end. Larry, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Logan, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate all of this. This is wonderful.
Well, I enjoyed having you on the show, my friend, and congratulations on a wonderful book. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.